Hello everyone, a real quick video about how to write an absolute value equation based off of a graph that you're given. So when we're given a graph here, the first example I see there is a point at -2 and a point at 4. So let's look at the distance between those points, because absolute value is all about distance. So if I look at the distance between those, between -2 and 4 is a distance of 6. But we know kind of absolute values, they have like two sides to them. So we're almost looking for the place in the middle that would be equidistant from -2 and 4. And so that point, you can do some math and really figure it out if you want. You could, divide 6 by 2, divide it half to get 3, and say, okay, it's going to be 3 each direction. Most of you can just visualize that point in the middle. Okay, so there's some important pieces going on here. The point 1 is 3 away from -2 and from 4. So let's put that back into an absolute value. If we just think about the absolute value of x equals 4, that means that there are two numbers that are 4 away from 0, -4 and +4. If we want to change it to be the distance away from a different point, like our example, ours is the distance away from 1. How do we make that change? We're going to put the absolute value of x minus, I'll call it p for point. So x minus the point you want is going to make it all centered around that point. And then on the other side, equals, we can call this d. Just like in our original example, there are 2 points that are a distance of 4 away from 0. So if we kind of use this model, we can make a nice formula, nice equation for this particular example. Absolute value of x minus 1 is equal to 3. That was our distance that both of the points are away from that middle point, that midpoint between the two of them, 1. So that's how we use the number line to create the equation, the absolute value equation that we're looking for. Let's go ahead and run that again. All right, we've got a new example, and we're looking between -3 and 5. Okay, the total distance there is 8. So half of that is 4. So that means that the point in between is 1 again. So we go ahead and use kind of our template that this is the point. So even though that's a +1, we need to make this the absolute value of x minus 1. But this time, it's not going to be equal to 3, it's going to be equal to 4. So that's our equation. Since I gave you two examples that were too similar, let's make a new one here right on the fly. Let's put -6 over here, and let's put 1 here. Let's make these the points that we're looking for. Okay, this should be fun. Let's first figure out the distance between them. The distance between them is 7. Oh, right away you're like, why'd you pick that? Because I'm mean. All right, so half of that is 3.5. Okay, so what point is in the middle of -6 and 1? So we got to go 3.5 bigger than -6. So I'm going to go 3 bigger would be -3. So -2.5 is that midpoint, 3.5 away from them. Now, in our kind of template of x minus that point is equal to the distance, notice we're already looking at this to be minus. So when we have a negative number up there, it's going to make this look like x plus 2.5 in absolute values is equal to our distance of 3.5. So that's how you write the absolute value equation when you are given a number line with 2 points on it. Thanks for watching.